It's been interesting as an RPG fan lately. We've been getting a lot of very interesting games released, like Expedition 33, which is really hitting hard right now. The Trails in the Sky first chapter, which that is the game that I'm looking forward to. Still waiting to get my copy, but I'm very excited to play more of it. You can check out my preview if you want. That game looks amazing. And of course, we also had a Nintendo Direct recently, which didn't have much for me, but one of the games that they announced that I'm stunned for is the show closer, which was none other than Fire Emblem Fortune's Wave, or Fortune's Weave. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but that one looks awesome. It looks really, really cool. I always considered myself a huge tactical RPG fan or strategy RPG fan. I think these games are awesome. You need to take your time, really think before you move and be strategic, and these games are always really hitting with me. I played the Tactics Ogre Remastered not too long ago. I went back and played the first Fire Emblem on Game Boy Advance, first Fire Emblem that we got here in the West. I reviewed that on the channel as well. That was a childhood game of mine that I finally completed. Love Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Three Houses, loved it. I do think some of the side content and some of the stuff that they did in that game is kind of not the best. I know that this is a controversial opinion, but for the most part, in battle and the main story is always very solid with Three Houses. So I played it, beat it, never went back to it. Fire Emblem Engage and what they did with the character designs and the push for like very anime, childish E and everything. I really, really wanted to like it, but it's hard for me to enjoy it. Regardless, very excited for Fortune's Weave, and I'm very, very much looking forward to it. That is a day one title for me, and definitely a game that blew me away with the trailer. The reveal trailer I thought was amazing, and I'm looking forward to a next-gen RPG on Switch too. So that looked amazing. Right around the corner, we also have a new remaster from Square Enix with Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered, or Final Fantasy The Ivalice Chronicles. Now, FF Tactics is a game that is important to me. I played FF Tactics Advance on GBA when I was really young. I still have it complete in box. Very solid game, but I've never played the PS1 version of FF Tactics. So looking at this remaster, I'm looking forward to it. It looks awesome. The gameplay in FF Tactics is really addictive, very fun, very much a tactical game in this one. And I love these games, and it made me think about the genre where it's cool to see new turn-based RPGs come back and be successful, like again in Expedition 33, which I've yet to play, but I'm happy for what it did for the genre. Metaphor ReFantazio last year doing super well. Persona, Dragon Quest doing well at the moment as well. That is always very cool to me. But when it comes to tactical RPGs or strategy RPGs, it's been really calm. We don't have a lot of stuff, so those two games that I just mentioned are very big hitters for the genre that I hope turn things around and make it more popular, because Atlus also has their own tactical RPG or strategy RPG series that deserves more love, that deserves more recognition, and that deserves to come back. Yes, that is correct. Devil Survivor 1 and 2, Shin Megami Tensei spinoff. If you have not played these games, my goal today is for you to play these games today. Devil Survivor is, yes, as I said, a Shin Megami Tensei spinoff. Those games came out on Nintendo DS, Devil Survivor 1, and then we have a sequel with Devil Survivor 2. The games that I showed are the 3DS re-releases, which feature enhanced gameplay feature, quality of life stuff. Very solid games. That's where I played them. I have not played this one yet. Sorry, I played it a little bit, not to completion, but I played that one twice for some reason. And Devil Survivor is one of my favorite games of all time. I'll be honest, it's definitely one of the best SMT games of all time, one of the best Atlus games of all time. And this game is doing things that other tactical RPGs or strategy RPGs aren't necessarily doing. Most turn-based RPGs, most tactical turn-based RPGs, I should say, or turn-based strategy RPG like a Fire Emblem or a FF Tactics, these games, they have a grid system. When you hit an enemy, you hit it with a move and boom, it's next unit. Which sounds confusing while I'm describing it. But in these games, you have two battle systems. You have your tactical grid-based field where you move your characters around, it's turn by turn, but when you hit an enemy or when you attack an enemy, you enter a simpler version of the press turn combat system that you have in other SMT titles. So you get in battle, and then it's another little mini turn-based battle in this battle that you just did. Devil Survivor is a special game. It's a very, very special game. The characters are super interesting. Main story is also very interesting. It's an SMT spinoff. It feels like it and it plays like it, I would say. Because you're going to recognize your demons. You're going to recognize a lot of features in these games that are similar to mainline games. But these games age so well. I said it before, I would like for Atlus to bring back these classics because they also have kings of tactical and strategy RPGs in their catalog of games, but you don't have to bring these back if I'm being honest. These games, they don't even need a remaster. This is more than enough. This is still very good. Get a 3DS, get a 2DS, check them out. You have a PC? Do your thing. These games are very solid. They deserve to be played by anyone. I think they would work really well with a UI on one screen on modern platforms as well. You don't have to do anything with these games. I'm looking at it. I've been looking at it, and man, oh man, this thing has a thick-ass manual. That is a good in my book. Very thick. Woo! That's cool. That's really cool. Anyways, this game ages really well. It looks cool. It sounds cool. And it would do well on modern platforms. When I'm hearing stories of, again, a Fire Emblem Three Houses selling so well, I'm like, there's potential for these games to come back as well and do extremely well. They did really good on DS, and they did good again on 3DS. I think they have potential to be brought back and to do very well as well, even in 2025. Solid titles that you guys should check it out. So whether you're an FF Tactics fan, whether you're a Fire Emblem fan, we're eating. We're going to have new releases in terms of, again, a brand new game in the FE franchise, brand new remaster for FF Tactics. To me, that is also a new game, so very excited to check it out. But if you have not played any of the Devil Survivor games and you're a mainline SMT fan, you're a Persona fan, I would check those out. These games have a lot of personality, lots of story, and lots of characters to talk to as well. I don't know what else to say to sell you on these games. They are really, really solid. They are that good. At some point, I'm going to go back to Devil Survivor 2, and I'm going to fully complete it and review it for you guys on the channel, because there's no reason why. This is really high on my backlog of shame of not completing a game. These games, again, the little bit that I played of it was right after I beat Devil Survivor for the first time, and I was kind of like burnt out because these games are kind of long, dude. That one took like 50 hours or so to complete. So jumping right in this one after kind of burned me out. But at this point, I need to go back and share my opinion on it because the community is kind of divided. I would say most people are in agreement that the first game is better, but a lot of people are also preaching and raising high and proud their Devil Survivor 2. So hey, Atlus, if you're listening, these games, give them another chance. They deserve it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.